A howl 10,000 years in the making. Meet Romulus and Remus. While they're chasing and tussling like any other puppies do, they're far from the household variety. In fact, these two snowy white 6-month-olds could be the closest scientists have come to de-extinction. The pup pair has been genetically engineered by American company Colossal Biosciences. Their long white hair, muscular jaws, and weight already tipping the scales at 80 pounds are all features representing that of the dire wolf, a species that went extinct more than 10,000 years ago.
So de-extinction to us is, recreating these phenotypes. So a gray wolf is the closest living relative of a dire wolf. They're genetically really similar, only dire wolves are larger, more muscular, and have these light-colored coats. We edited gray wolf cells to contain those dire wolf DNA variants, and then we cloned those cells and created our dire wolves.
Colossal scientists studied a 13,000-year-old dire wolf tooth and a 72,000-year-old skull fragment. Using gene editing technology along with blood cells from living grey wolves and domestic dogs, they were able to create embryos for these future beasts.
What they've done is use genetic engineering to make a grey wolf superficially resemble a dire wolf, or at least what we think dire wolves might have looked like, because we're not really sure what that is either.
Romulus and Remus were born in October last year and hand-raised in a secure and undisclosed location. Named after the mythical founders of Rome who, as legend has it, were brought up by a wolf, they also have a little sister Khaleesi, a nod to Game of Thrones, which also brought the species back to life, or at least to pop culture.
Run to the litter. That one's yours, Snow.
It's not the first time the company's made headlines in its quest to bring long-lost creatures back from the dead. Last month, it revealed it had copied mammoth DNA to create a woolly mouse and plans to engineer a cold-resistant elephant in the future. Other species on its to-do list include the Tasmanian tiger and the dodo.
We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they'll capture the imagination of the entire planet.
If this is all starting to sound a little too Jurassic Park, don't worry. The company says it's hardly releasing these creatures into the wild anytime soon, rather hopes to use the technology and learnings to protect future endangered species from going extinct.
We're trying to develop these new techniques in order to save animals, in order to bring back animals that, in some cases, were our fault that we don't have them any longer. It wasn't a climate problem, it was a human problem.
If that is possible, these little guys that could grow to be the largest wolves on the planet could go down in history as being the first step towards extinction becoming a thing of the past. Rosie Barnett, ITV News.